You're listening to the Level Best Network.
Oh, man, it's been a while since I've heard that. Welcome into the Ron Ross Radio Show podcast. Woohoo! I'm so excited to be here. John and I finally have our schedules have meshed. We've been able to put this together for you very quickly. This is a quick little podcast to just say, hey, how's it going? Check in, let you know that we're still here. I'm Ron. That dude over there is John Yaglenski, Mr. Everything.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us. I know it's impromptu. It's just showing up and you're like, what the hell's happening? So that's what's happening. John and I decided at the very last minute that we put together a last podcast for 2025.
Yeah.
And kind of update you on everything that's been going on. It's been since September since we've had a podcast because life.
Do you remember?
Life, work and family and medical procedures and holidays and all kinds of things have been going on. So I just wanted to catch you up a little bit on what's happened.
It's been
since I last left you. I managed to I was promoted to mornings on Frederick's Key 103. So I'm back doing morning shows. And that happened. Dina Carroll, who did mornings there for a couple of years, she retired actually during COVID, all of that time. She retired. So it wasn't any bad circumstances. There was nothing nefarious going on. Nobody was fired. Nobody, she walked away. We had goodbye shows. There were a lot of tears. And then and it wasn't a foregone conclusion, by the way, that I was going to get mornings. It was not. I had to apply and compete. And I did. And, I re-interviewed for the job with my boss and my boss's boss and talked to him about what I wanted to do. It was interesting because I was going to be building on Dina's show, which was super upbeat, bright, and I'm the same, but it's just a different little brand. Obviously she's coming from the woman's point of view. I'm coming from the dude. And but we're all about family and fun and just keeping everything bright and positive. So that's what we decided to do. And I was able to take a lot of the elements of the Pulse, the Ron Ross Morning Show on the Pulse, and bring that over to Key 103. So all of the games that I used to play are there, except this time they're for prizes. I actually have prizes. You can play if you wish, but if you win Warehouse Cinema tickets, you're just going to have to drive to Frederick, Maryland, so you can take advantage of that.
Right.
But if you win Maryland lottery tickets, we'll mail them out to you. Absolutely. Okay. If you want to play the game. But all of those attractions are back, and I've got some fun things that we do. We've got some other added features because we're really emphasizing the local aspect of being in Frederick, Maryland, in my hometown. I grew up in this town. I started my career in this town. I raised two daughters. I alone. I'm the only one.
Yeah, you're the only one.
My wife and I raised two daughters who are now, tax-paying citizens and, out there in the world doing things. One's procreating, so she's replaced herself in the.
It's always good.
Right, and he's Gen Alpha, which is kind of
wait. Weird. What?
My grandson is Gen Alpha.
Oh,
yeah. He's not Gen Z, Gen Alpha.
Yeah,
I know. It's crazy.
So we've went through the alphabet completely now. And we don't start like Gen Alpha.
No. Well, the way I saw it, it was the silent generation, which is my parents. And then there were the baby boomers, which it was the boomers end at 64, but I was born in 64. So I don't consider myself a boomer. I'm a Gen X.
Okay.
And you're definitely, you and I are Gen X's because, we're
technically tweeners because we maintain some of the baby boom mentality. I'll bet you if we went through it that we both do a little bit. We have a little bit of that, but we also have the sensibilities of Gen X, which is not a bad thing to have. You've got both.
No, that's true. Let's put it this way. I remember when the Beatles were still together. There's my touchstone right there.
Yep.
I was a kid. I was a little kid. Anyway, so Gen X, and then following us is the millennials, and then that's Gen X. So they would be Gen Y, but nobody calls them Gen Y. They're millennials. Right. Then Gen Z is after the millennials, and then the the millennials kids are now alphas, Gen Alpha.
Okay.
As it is happening. But anyway, gosh, shocker. I went off on a tangent, but I digress.
Yeah. Well,
so anyway, I got to do mornings and I'm very excited about it. I'm getting up. I moved the show back an hour to start at 5 a.m. because where we are in this hometown is it's a huge bedroom community, and there's a lot of commuting, and I've been in that commute at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I've been in the middle of that stuff, so I know exactly what's going on the road. So I moved it back. Moved it back to 5 o'clock. I do local news, and just the like 2 or 3 headlines, like here's what's happening here and here and here. Right. Real quick. I'm not, like I'm not doing any of that. Those are on the spot reporter. CBS News.
CBS News. Mutual News.
Mutual News. Sorry. And that's one of the features I'm really proud of, is just adding the news and so there you can listen in the mornings now live. I know I've heard from a few of you that you are listening back, and now that I'm back in mornings, and you can just stream it right into your car as you're heading into work. It's
using the A word.
Same thing.
Yeah, same on your CarPlay or your app, Android Auto or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you can stream it. You can listen on your computer at work or wherever.
Or
it's
tune in
pretty much. It's the same deal that I was on the Pulse, except I have traffic reports and we have some commercials. But it's and I'm on a few of those commercials now, which is.
Are you doing spots?
I'm doing spots, which I got to tell you. And I've told everybody except my program director, like, I love doing production, but don't tell them that I love doing production, because then I'll be doing a lot of production. So I do a lot of voiceover, a lot of voice work for that stuff.
Okay.
And I do get to write commercials, which is fun. And I don't use Chat GPT.
Never.
That's a whole nother story. That's a whole other episode.
Oh, we could go into that. Yeah.
I will bring that up later. But anyway, so that's what's happening with me. And that came at the end of September. And then we lost our cat. We lost Linus. Tragically, and it was very horrible and sad, and he had diabetes, and we didn't know it, and he was coming up on a really bad time. And then we had a near miss where we took him, and then we were going to go in and for the inevitable, and the doctor came in and said, well, I've been with him and he seems to be bouncing back a little bit. We're like, what? So what's happening? All right, well, let's give it another night. And he never came back. So we had to do that, which was coincided with my first week on the air doing the morning show. So I had all the nerves with this, and I had this tragedy hanging over my head. And and I'm not going to lie, took it pretty hard. I know it's just a cat, but I took it very, very, very hard. Jenny and I took it very, very hard. And then we had to help our other cats through the mourning process. They go through grieving as well.
Oh, absolutely.
And Todd had a really hard time because that was his buddy. And he's still occasionally, I mean, they can do one of two things, grieving cats. They can either get very aloof and not want to be around you, or they can get super clingy. And they got super clingy, and all they wanted was attention, and they still do. It really hasn't changed all that much. So that happened. I have to stop myself from saying I've got 4 cats, because now we have 3. And John, what are you doing?
I'm just having some fun over here.
Are those Christmas balls? Okay.
I think it is. Yeah, I wasn't sure there for a second. But
So then we went through. Oh goodness, what happened? Greatest way I've ever put together the Heritage Festival, and that was crazy, and that was fun. And then,
has it
which is
really
a
been
big
that
street
long? Has it been
festival,
since October?
huh?
Has it really been since October? Has it been
It's
that
been
long?
since September.
September.
It's been since September. By the way, and this is my treat for myself. I mean, I know there's a lot of cookies and candy and all that stuff for the holidays, but I went specifically and bought the Santa Coca-Colas, which are cane sugar.
Like the Mexican Cokes?
It's the classic taste. Stick it
Yeah.
in the fridge, icy cold Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Seriously. And this is my new drug now because I'll do this like twice a year, maybe. And I'll just pop that top and that first taste. I'm not working for Coca-Cola, but man, this eyes roll back. I was like, oh my God.
It's like getting a good fountain Coke.
It's right. It's a euphoria. It's a little rush
better.
I get with the Coca-Cola. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm old fashioned. Thank you.
I was going to make an old fashioned. I got a Bullet old fashioned kit with a Bullet ice maker. It's got the logo on it and prints on the giant cube. I was going to make one and I went, no, I want a Coke. So,
well, there you go. I mean, it's, holiday season.
Then John, in the midst of all of this, October, basically his job, it was crazy. All the wonderful and important work that he does with his company. They flew him all over the world. All right, John, why don't you give us your triptych in 3 sentences? When you left in October.
Well,
and I didn't see you. You texted me a couple of times,
right,
from like a pub here or there, or showed me all the whiskey that was on the wall, which I love the fact that Bullet from Texas was up on the wall there. But still,
no,
Ireland.
Well,
where did you go, John?
Just to clarify, where I went first of all, was I went to an innovation summit in Glasgow, Scotland. And then came back home. I was home. I don't know. I was home like 24 or 48 hours. And then I left for New Zealand.
Okay.
By way of going through Sydney. So,
okay.
Through Sydney to New Zealand, was in New Zealand for like 3 or 4 days, then went to Brisbane, Australia.
Right.
Was there for 3 or 4 days, then went to Singapore. It's like New York.
Yeah.
And was there for 3 or 4 days and then flew back. And recorded 3 different videos, actually 4 different videos, which I actually got to see today.
Today was the first time.
The first time I saw them. Yeah, no, because you do all this stuff, and I mean, it literally. This is the backup, which is the hard drive backup of all of our footage that we shot. Because you spend all this time shooting all this stuff, and you want to make sure that it doesn't get deleted or whatever. So we each went home with a copy of all the footage. And today was the first day that I saw it, and the spots look great. I mean, they're just really cool. In case you're curious, go to IEEEUSA.org and then click on the YouTube link and then go to our YouTube channel. And you can see IEEE is my competitive edge. All the videos I've been working on for the last 3 or 4 or 5 years. But yeah, loads of fun, and our members are amazing. And so that's what I did. And then I came back. And then I had postponed surgery on my nose because, this is a fun one because it's not very common. And once again, John gets the uncommon stuff from thyroid cancer, which is predominantly actually a female disease, but like 20% is male. So I got that, uncommon for me to get it, got it. And then went and was having some tinnitus issues and went in, or tinnitus, however you'd like to say it.
I say tinnitus, John. That's what
I like tinnitus. I like tinnitus better. Went in for a scan of my head to make sure nothing crazy was going on, which it wasn't. but they discovered my sinus cavity was clogged and I had an inverted tumor, which means not only does it grow up out, it grows into your bone in your cheek and had to come out. So I actually had surgery for that. And let me tell you, it took a lot more out of me than I expected, time wise, recovery wise, and things like that. I really thought I'd be like, a couple days, I'd be up, hey, everything's good.
Sure, fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was early December that I had the surgery. Like 3 or 4 days ago, I started feeling like pretty much almost 100%. Like 3 or 4 days ago. So
that was well, wait a minute. You skipped the cruise.
Oh yeah, I went on a cruise.
It was a cruise. See, when he came back, and I'm like, "Hey, he's back. You ready to do it?" Oh, no, I got to go on a cruise. I'm like, "Okay, bye."
Yeah, I forgot about that. We left out of Galveston and went to Costa Maya and Cozumel, which actually was really nice. We got to see some. Stacy loves the architectural ruins, so getting to see the Mayan ruins and such. We get to see that on, I think, Cozumel. Although our big trip to go out to, I think, one of the larger ruin sites got canceled, but we went someplace local and still was interesting. I learned like a lot of stuff. And yeah, it's always cool learning some history. So yeah,
nice.
I totally forgot about the fact that I went there too.
Okay. And then he had the surgery.
And
I'm texting him, but he's not answering because he's busy. So I decided to I did the end around and texted his wife, and
you know what?
She answered me, but
you know how that goes, right?
I do know how it goes, but that's why I went to her.
That's why I went to her too. So it's like you see the text coming in, and it's not that I don't want to respond, but like I've got like 5 people asking me how I am and stuff, and I'm like, I want to just craft a response, cut and paste. No offense to anybody, by the way, but just because you're so freaking
I get it.
So anyway, yeah.
I mean, from now on, any medical procedures, I'm just going to go straight to your wife.
That would probably be better.
She'll be your press agent,
and vice versa. If anything happens with her, come directly to me.
I will come directly.
And by the way, let's see. We've got tomorrow, and then on January 1st, I fly to Las Vegas for a week. I know.
The whole reason for this podcast was to tell you that John and I are going to get back on a regular schedule.
Yeah, we're still here,
but apparently not until the second week in January.
No, well, I might have time out there. I'm not just.
Okay.
I will be there, but I'll be at CES, and I'm.
Oh wow! You can tell you got to shoot some footage.
Do kind of a show talking about the cool stuff, the cool tech that I see and stuff like that.
Right.
But reality is, I don't. I mean, I've done Vegas a million times. There's nothing really that I have to do anymore out there.
Who's in red? Have you done the Sphere?
No.
Are you okay?
I haven't done it
going
yet.
to do the Sphere?
I would do it, but the tickets, ticket prices are ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true. I understand. Yeah,
I'm cheap.
I think the Backstreet Boys have a residency there.
Do they?
You can also see what the Wizard of Oz, of course, with Wicked being huge. You can see the Wizard of Oz there in the Sphere, and it was pretty amazing. There you go, Zach. Love me some Coca-Cola. Thank you for that. You can interact, by the way. This is live, in case you didn't know it. And there's Noni. Thank you so much for checking in, Noni. Appreciate that. I do love some Coca-Cola.
Yeah, definitely. So it's been a time, and I honestly, I'm hoping, and I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm hoping this year is a little more calm.
I am. Well, it's taken me. Agreed. Same here. Yeah. It's taken me a hot minute to get back into the groove of doing mornings. Again, I did mornings for 25 years at various stations, and prior to moving to Key, I was at mornings on Sirius XM for 15 years. Well, XM and then Sirius XM almost 16 years.
Yeah.
And so I mean I'd been in the groove of getting up at this specific times, but
ungodly hour.
getting back on that clock, because I
Oh,
was
yeah, the morning clock.
when I switched to
That's
afternoons, I immediately went back to my old night owl
Did you?
hours. I was up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, watching TV, flipping around, reading books, on my phone, doing all of that. Greatest wife ever, she's snoozing, and I'm just up all night. So now I have to force myself to go to bed at a decent hour. So I have to tell you that I had a little, gosh, I don't even know what you want to call it. So I have a CPAP machine, right? And
right.
CPAP is the compressed forced air, whatever, into your nose while you're sleeping. So it stops you from snoring and your sleep apnea when you stop breathing.
Right.
And my nose is never 100% open. My sinuses
maybe should look into the thing.
Constantly swollen, and then they're a good 40 to 60% blocked or occluded, both of them at one time or another. One time one will just shut down completely. It's just forget it. Nobody comes in or out. It's closed. So I decided to start taking some nasal spray.
Okay.
And I was taking the generic version of Afrin. And right.
Don't do that.
And so finally, I finally read, check if you have a heart condition, check with your doctor and so on. Yeah. And I'm like, no big deal. It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. And people
need those warnings, because I finally read the whole thing, and I'm like, let's call my cardiologist. I didn't tell him that I had been taking it for, but I had been feeling jumps and bumps and accelerated heart rate and flippy floppy things. And I'm like, what's going on? And I thought this was going to be it. I thought, this is it. My time has run out. I've had 10 years after my surgery, and
it's been a good run.
It's been a good run.
Walk out.
Seriously. I seriously thought. And so when I called the cardiologist and I asked him about a prescription, and I asked them, by the way, can I take Afrin? And then they call back, and she goes, oh, here's your stuff on your prescription. And absolutely in no way ever should you take Afrin ever.
It's not great. It very limited quantity for a very short term.
At no time ever.
Yeah. I know.
They said you should switch to or go use the saline solution.
So dude, you need to get the solution. Get the Neil Med. Do the thing where you squirt half the bottle through your nose this way and then that way.
I don't do that. But I have the saline, the spray that just goes up.
No, I'm telling you.
I know.
I'm gonna send you the thing.
I know, the neti pot. I have one.
Not a neti pot. They have the squeeze bottles now. Screw the neti pot.
Okay.
It's
anyway,
like easy little squeeze bottles.
I was just telling the greatest wife ever since I stopped, because I would buy this stuff at the dollar store.
Talk, by the way.
What's that?
It's old guy talk.
Yeah, no, I know. So
I got to clear out my sinuses.
I got to eat something so I can take my back pills. What's that from? Oh, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Drive carefully, everybody.
Yes.
So, so a little confession time. Read those warnings and heed those warnings, because I've been off the Afrin for, I don't know, 3 weeks. I feel fantastic.
Right.
Oh my God. I was causing all of this.
Yeah.
And half the time I thought it was like, it's just my anxiety. I'm just my anxiety is causing my no. Because then I looked it up online. What happens with the heart patient when you have when you take Afrin? I'm like, oh, this, and I'm like, oh yeah, I felt dumb. I'm here to tell you, I'm dumb. It was really bad. It was really bad, and I was causing more issues. It was dumb. I in my effort to try to breathe, because my nose and throat try to kill me every night. With if I didn't have the CPAP, it was.
You really should go to an ENT.
I know.
Have them check all that stuff out. You may have some of the, you may need to get a clear out.
And you'd think with a schnoz like this, I'd be able to breathe like a large amount of air, but it's not.
Dude, what are you talking about?
The blood. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's blocked. The highway's blocked. The highway is blocked. I'm just saying.
I'm pretty good right now.
So since we last saw you, we had Halloween,
right?
We were not home for the first time to hand out candy on Halloween. Halloween was a Friday night, I think. And we went to a party. We were at a that's right. I hosted a party for the radio station. It was a big party at this bar. And I was the host. We had the costume contest, and it was a great time. I did for Halloween, had a couple of 3 psychics who came on the air with me. They have their own podcast. Very, very nicely.
Spooky, scary stuff.
Well, went to I didn't get a chance to do that at all, because I wasn't on the podcast.
Okay.
Anyway,
don't get to pull out those effects.
I had a couple of 3.
Yeah.
And we went upstairs. Now, where we are in our radio station is actually in a barn, converted barn, obviously.
Truth.
But it used to be a real barn. It was a barn and a working farm. There's a silo out back and everything. It was a barn. Wow. And upstairs is a story of the man who lost his life or took his own life.
Oh, boy.
Who was despondent, a farmer, despondent over losing wife and children in a house fire.
Who?
So we had the psychics come in, and the psychics came in, and they were great. We went upstairs. We recorded it on a Wednesday night just for ambiance sake. And they were fun. And I tried to keep it really positive. I wasn't trying to be, exploiting, someone who has taken their own life, right? And anything of that nature. I just tried to keep it light and positive. And what's his issue? Why is he staying here? What's that?
Light, bright, and tight.
Light, bright, and tight here on Key 103. So I was trying to keep it positive. And then we aired that. That was on Halloween. The same day we aired that on Halloween. The country station where I also work. Okay. We have a country station,
right?
100.5 and 93.5, Max Country, MaximumCountry.com. If you want to listen to it. And we went all Christmas on Halloween.
Right.
So I was playing Christmas music on Halloween, but on Key 103, I had the psychics on. So that was fun. And then we went right into Thanksgiving. We had a great Thanksgiving. We had a few people over. I brined the bird. We had a great time on Thanksgiving, as I recall. And then we just dove right into Christmas. Greatest Wife Ever. The week before that, Greatest Wife Ever and I put together a charity concert with a bunch of, I say she and I put it together. There are like 45 people who help us put this all together, not the least of which are the bands that volunteer. But it's a big show, big charity show. And the proceeds, all of the proceeds, 100% of the proceeds goes to this radiothon to go buy toys for kids for Christmas. It's just that simple through the Salvation Army. And so we raised $11,000 with that. And I'm it sounds like I'm tooting my own horn. I'm not. The thing is, I'm in awe of the generosity of the people. We threw the party. It's just amazing to see how many people want to come to the party and pay for it and have fun. And it was a great time. It was a great time. And then we had the Christmas Cash for Kids radiothon and my wife is the head toy shopper. So for like 1,100 children, large, medium, small gifts for each one of them, she hand picks them out with her little army of angels, of these people who take off from work to come shop with her at Walmart. I was the main shopping cart gatherer.
Oh, okay.
I would go to the front. I'd get like 5. My best is 5 shopping carts in a row, walking them up the aisle. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Of course, everybody thinks I work there And where is this? Oh, that's in aisle 3. So, we pretty much know the whole store now. So that was our Christmas. And then we had our holiday last week with, and I got to tell you that both daughters kind of blew us away with the gift. Jordan, the daughter of the elder, went and she found a bunch of our 8 little millimeter home movies that we shot on my Sony camcorder that I got for Christmas 1990.
Cool.
So Christmas 1990 is on that, and she had it converted to digital, and we sat and watched it on Christmas Eve or Christmas afternoon. And I'm telling you what, it was wow. Christmas 1990. The Greatest Wife Ever and I had been married 6 months.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's true. I guess. Yeah, I'm thinking, I thought, I don't know. When I heard 1990, I was thinking like for some reason 2000.
We got married in June of 90. And we
were 91, October of 91. So.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you were a year later.
Yep.
And we're watching this and I'm looking at and I was in full mustache mode, full on.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was thick.
It was
bushy.
Yanni from the Acropolis.
Full on. And there's a part, it's really creepy, John. I don't know why I thought of this, but we were, she had the camera and I'm unwrapping something. And I looked directly at the camera and I said, Ron, if you're watching this later, remember when you had this? And I had like long hair. And I'm like, everybody looked at me in the living room like, whoa. And I'm like, I know that was weird. That was creepy. I was just talking to me. And here I am watching it 35 years later. But the thing that really struck Jenny, the Greatest Wife Ever, was that there was her mom who has passed and left us. So there was her mom just interacting. She's her family has kind of gone their own separate ways. So there was her family. So she got to hang with her family for Christmas again and got to see her mom. And she said, you gave me my mom for Christmas, which was just fantastic. Aww. And then I got to see my mom, who has, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this here, but mom has dementia, and she's Alzheimer's, dementia, that whole big, and umbrella of brain diseases. And she, so she's in a care facility, and she's nonverbal, and she's not ambulatory. She can't move around. But to see her in that video was pretty powerful. And then we realized, Jenny and I realized that our parents were about 11 years younger than we are now.
Right.
They were 11 years younger than we are now. And then we were looking at ourselves and we were like babies, because we got married when I was 25. Then I turned 20. So I'm 26 in the video. 26. Yeah. And we were and of course, skinny as a rail. I missed those days. I could not put weight on to save my life. I would drink protein.
I remember you then.
All that stuff. Yeah, I was nothing but hair, nose, and Adam's apple. That was it. If I turned sideways, that's all you saw.
And mustache, live from the Acropolis.
And mustache. I did. John would always make these jokes because it looked like Yanni, the Greek instrumentalist. What is he, a keyboardist? What does he play?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Yanni, live with the Acropolis. I look just like him. And so John would always make fun of me with that.
I would.
But anyway, that video, and it was full on mustache. It was really, what a great present. What a great present. And then daughter, the younger, she's got her own TikTok, and we gave her a bunch of sewing things. She loves to sew and create things and sew her own clothes and make stuff. So we gave her a dress form, the upper body, which is adjustable, and a bunch of sewing things to go. There's Yanni live at the Acropolis. That's what I looked like.
That's what you kind of look like.
Exactly what I looked like
in the day. Yeah, it was great. It was so funny. Classic.
So then when we were watching the video, And that was the year that I did really, really well when it came to gift giving. I'm hit or miss with gift giving, but that year I nailed it because I had a lot of great gifts for the greatest wife ever, and there was maybe a diamond necklace in there, and there was a
Wow.
well, we got engaged on Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I set that precedent of diamonds. But then I gave her a car stereo, a Kraco car stereo with,
Car
'cause
stereo.
well, she had
Wow.
nothing in her car. She had
Dating
nothing.
yourself there.
She's
Back
like,
when you
"Really? I
could
can listen to him?" Like, "Yeah, absolutely." And it was built-in speaker, flush mounts, 8x9 or whatever they were, flush mount speakers, and
Right.
Pioneer and
Pioneer.
Kraco, and then there was a band, anyway, we never put it in. We never put it in. I was gonna get somebody professionally to do it. Anyway, she opens up a sewing machine. I got a secondhand sewing machine because she always wanted a sewing machine, and she's opening it and she's
Yep.
looking like, really, 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 it is. It's a sewing machine, and that hit daughter the younger right between the eyes because she realized that she had shared her love of sewing with. She was so excited that the daughter the younger, and just really struck a chord with her. And
Yeah.
then she was just like, she was just a girl. I mean, she was greatest wife ever was 26. It's 3 years younger than her daughter is now. And she's like, she was just a girl. Look at her. And it was really good. Really, really good. And then of course the prime rib was fantastic. So great holiday. How about yours, John?
We did filet mignon on the grill. We did some street corn. Michael made, which was great.
Nice.
Stacey
What's
made
that?
the
What's street corn?
street corn's the it's kind of
Parmesan cheese and all that
it's
stuff?
got like a a very specific Mexican cheese on it, mixed with like mayo and other things to
Oh, okay. I
tahini
know
or
what you're talking. I know what you're talking.
and some other thing, a few spices. Very simple to make, but we did, instead of it on the cob version, we did the the frozen corn mix
Sure. Yeah,
kind of thing, which was really good. And then Stacy did the what was it, the Chick-fil-A coleslaw recipe, which
oh,
they stopped producing coleslaw at Chick-fil-A. And when they did that,
why?
we used to always go there for the coleslaw because it was awesome.
Sure.
They chose to stop making it, but in the process, they gave away the actual Chick-fil-A coleslaw recipe. So, folks, if you want to have the most awesome coleslaw ever, just literally Google Chick-fil-A coleslaw recipe, and you can make the exact same thing that they used to make in the restaurant.
That's crazy.
Awesome.
That's
So,
wow.
I know, yeah. So we have that like every year, which is great. Some fresh baked rolls, stuff like that. Was
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
simple.
Nice.
Did it out on the grill. I mean, cooked to perfection. I mean, the steak was super tender.
Of course, it's filet. Now, do you guys exchange presents?
Yeah, we do. But
Do you?
yeah, we're how to put it? I don't know. Like we've wound it down to the thing, but it's still like there's probably 4 or 5 things.
Okay.
Smaller
Between you
things.
and your wife?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
still
don't
do that.
we don't. I replaced her
We haven't gotten
headlights.
to the here's your check, here's your check. Go get yourself something you
Go
want.
get yourself something pretty. No, we
we haven't done
no, I had to replace the headlights on the Acura.
Oh, see, that's a good gift right there.
Well,
Michael
here's the
got a
thing.
battery for his car.
The Acuras are, and again, this is for a much longer podcast some other time, John, because
Yeah, we're running out of time, by the way. We're way over what we said we were going to do.
Are we over? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, shocker. I mean, you and
I got to get back to the family here.
we haven't done this in a while. Yeah, me too.
I got all my sons here.
Oh, crap. I didn't know that. All right. Well, you got to go. I'll tell you the headline story later. But that was, we went to go, I bought them online. Because the guy at our local garage says, just buy them there. It'll be cheaper.
Oh, it'll be totally.
I just had them shipped. And then I was going to put them in myself. We couldn't. We took it to the garage. And as I'm paying the bill, I just looked at her and said, Merry Christmas.
It's crazy how they don't engineer them so that they're easy to take it in and out. nowadays. It used to be you could do that. It was a very easy job for, like 2 or 3 screws, pull it out, pop
Pop
the
it out.
little clips, whatever, and you're good.
Yeah.
Put them in. 20-minute job.
But now you have
it's
to have
like
special
hours.
star wrenches.
You got to
and
remove the portion of the
metric,
fender or
metric.
underneath.
Yeah.
And it's like a whole
Whole
thing.
thing.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
All right. Well, look, get back to your sons, John. I'm sorry to take you away from that. So this is actually to tell you that John and I will be reuniting in the new year in 2026 with more fervor and gusto. We're looking at moving the podcast, obviously, from 11 a.m. because I'm still at work by then.
We'll do
So we're going to be moving that to the evening after John's work day is done. So we're looking at, maybe a 5 o'clock start
ish.
East Coast,
something like that.
Right. And then we'll have all the fun and frivolity that we've had. And I think you recall the last time we had a podcast, we had the lovely and talented Meredith Marks join us.
Yeah.
I think we might maybe see if she wants to come to the party a little more often. Thank you, Noni. We're glad to be back too, but John's got to get rolling. He's got his family in town. Greatest wife ever. We got to find a movie that we want to fall asleep to. I mean, watch. And
right. Exactly.
And then I'll get into our holiday film festival later in January. We'll talk about all the holiday stuff. I didn't even get to share Christmas with you guys. I missed all of that. I missed all of the major holidays, but that's life, right? So we're adjusting new schedules. We're coming back in the new year in 2026.
And I'll fix my mic, which is being held together by zip ties.
And John's got to get a new one. I got to get a new mount for my new microphone, which is awesome. Look at that. Look at that. Huh? Yeah. I'm going to sound so much cooler on this microphone. Look at that. Evie.
No, look at you. Anyway. I literally almost pulled out I have like this.
Oh, look at that.
Little travel mic. And
your little travel podcast. Yeah. Look at that. That's nice.
But couldn't figure out how to get it hooked into the Roadcaster.
So it's been a hot minute. We'll bring back the question of the day for Pride Not Prize and all the things. In the meantime, you can listen to me every weekday morning, 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern on Key 103. Go to key103radio.com. Click on Listen Live. You can also download the Key 103 app, stick it on your phone. You can Bluetooth it into your car or whatever. And I'm there every weekday mornings, just like I used to be.
Sweet.
And then John and I will join you in the new year. So listen, please have a great happy new year. Have a wonderful celebration. Please be safe. Of course, obviously, we want to talk to you in the new year, and we'll be back here on our YouTube channel and here on our Facebook page. And we're going to figure out ways to get on Instagram and all those things. But please take care of yourselves and each other. Please be safe. John Yaglensky, Ron Ross, love you.